Hot Rodder, and this is what I want to show you today. This is a 65 Corvair Monza convertible. My mom just bought it. She's thrilled. She's kind of the first car she bought without checking with my dad first, I think. And she sent me pictures of it and said, this is what I'm going to get. We got to go get it today. So here it is, guys. It's a pretty little car. Power Glide automatic. There's no park on these, so you just put it in neutral and set the brake. I love the dashes on these. Look how cool that is. I like the deep dish steering wheel. How the dash wraps around. Nice white interior. Top's in nice shape. Doors shut good. And this is the Nader Hater. These cars had a bad reputation, but this style, this was the first year for this style. They had an improved full independent rear suspension, not just a swing arm. There's that 6-cylinder. I'm not even sure what size these things are. This is the 110 horse twin carburetor. Some of them had 4 carburetors, and the really cool ones had turbos. It's missing one of the original caps, so it's got the cheesy one on there, so we're gonna have to fix that. It's been upgraded to 14-inch wheels instead of the 13s, but it's a nice little car. I haven't heard it run yet. The guy says it goes down the road good, but it's solid, straight. My mom's been kind of looking for one of these for the last 2 years, and this is the one she found. These mirrors are cool too, but you gotta have that bow tie in the right spot. There we go. The seat belts, I don't think they're original. They're probably added in. What's the miles on? Look how the gauge cluster domes up to a point. That's pretty cool. It says 50,000 miles on it. All right, so this is behind the wheel view of that little Corvair. It's nice and quiet. Speedometer cable is not hooked up, which is weird because I reached down there and it's turning no problem, so it's not for that reason. So I'm gonna have to hook that up and see why that's not working. It's quiet. I haven't driven anything really stock in a long time either, so. But it's kind of interesting. Reminds me of a Volkswagen Bug a little bit because the motor noise and everything's behind you. You know, a little stiffer suspension, more like a sports car. And it's got the weights in the nose to help balance out the difference. Power Glide right there. Drops right into gear, really engaged good. It's neat. It's got the tissue dispenser. That was a fairly rare option. I kind of wish I brought my jacket because I'd really like to put the top down. This thing fired right up. The guy didn't even touch the gas. He said on a cold day, you give it a half a squirt of fuel and it'll fire, or you'll flood it. And on a warm day like today, just reach in and hit the key. So we're cruising about, I'm guessing 50, 55. Just crossed back into North Carolina. And it's nice and quiet. Got a couple wind leaks, which is typical, but this thing's gonna have the top down more often than not. Let's see. The high beams work. Not quite dark enough to really need the headlights yet, but I got them on for safety. It's starting to darken up a little bit. And here comes the cars coming up around us. So I'll probably do a 55. There it is, top down and all. It looks even prettier now because it's in our driveway. So we got some electrical gremlins we got to chase out of it. The dash lights, brake lights, and tail lights aren't working. Directionals work, headlights work, high beams work. So just got to take care of a few things like that. But boy, it looks good. You can tell the top's been up for a long time because that boot is not sitting real flush yet. So a couple warm days and that'll settle in. So we'll probably leave the top down for a little bit. But it's a fun car to drive. She's gonna love it. They're cool looking. Papa J was here. So Papa J was Mr. Corvair out of North Carolina. At first I thought it was South Carolina, but the guy told me it was North Carolina. And J stood for Jenkins, as in Grumpy Bill Jenkins, but probably no relation. Yeah, it's pretty. Cool little Corvair. So Papa J was a Corvair supplier. I guess he had about 16 or more of these, and this was his personal car. He was kind of like a parts guy and Corvair enthusiast that all the Carolina Corvair guys knew, for what the guy we got this from was saying. It's just a neat little car.